Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have an essential topic for all software testers and learners. That is nothing but software testing life cycle. We will walk you through the different phases of software testing process, provide examples and explain each point in detail. So if you are interested in understanding how to ensure your software is robust and error free, so keep watching this video. So don't skip this video. Okay. Before we dive into the details, let's define what the software testing lifecycle is. The STLC is a systematic process that ensures the quality and reliability of software by verifying and validating it. Okay, so it consists like several phases. So each phase with its unique purpose and activities. First phase is nothing but requirement analysis. Second phase is nothing but test planning. Third phase is nothing but test case development. Fourth phase is nothing but environment setup. Fifth phase is nothing but test execution, and the sixth phase is nothing but test closure. These are the phases in software testing life cycle. So now I want to explain this statement with clear understanding. Okay, let's break down the statement about STLC. So which stands for software testing life cycle. Okay, so in this statement you are observing like it ensures the quality and reliability of a software by verifying and validating it. Okay, first I am talking about STLC. STLC. So which stands for software testing life cycle. It is nothing but like it contains a series of steps and activities that are followed to ensure that the software is nothing but computer programs or apps, so is of good quality and works reliable. Okay, so now let's explain that point with a real time example. Okay, so imagine you are a chef in a restaurant and you are preparing a pizza. Okay, you want to make sure that the pizza you serve to your customers is a excellent quality, so and consistently taste great. So first one is you serve to your customer is of excellent quality. Excellent quality. Okay. The next one is consistently tastes great. Okay. This is similar to what the STLC aims to achieve for software, but in the context of preparing food. Okay. So now I want to take the real-time example, pizza preparation process, as an analogy for STLC. Okay. So now uh, first step is definition and planning. This is nothing but in STLC requirements. Okay. Just like in STLC, where you start by defining what the software should do. You begin by deciding what kind of pizza you want to make. You specify the type of crust, sauce, and the toppings and how it should be baked. So this is very important. This is the very crucial part in the pizza preparation. Okay. So the next one is design phase. Next one is a design phase. You create a detailed plan. You create a detailed plan for the how the pizza should look be assembled. You decide you decide on the arrangement on the arrangement arrangement of toppings and how to ensure the crust is cooked to perfection, right? This step in the pizza making process is similar to the design phase in STLC, where you plan how the software will be structured and how it should be function. Clear? So now next one is preparation. Preparation in STLC, it's nothing but development. Okay, this is where you actually make the pizza. Okay, you follow the recipe. You follow the recipe. You follow the recipe. Prepare the dough and spread the sauce and add toppings and bake it in the oven. Bake it in the oven. In the software world, this corresponds to the development phase. So where the programmer write the code, so where the programmer write the code and build the software based on the design and requirements. So based on the design and requirements. Now it's clear. The next one is quality assurance. It is nothing but verification. Just as in STLC, where verification involves checking that the software is built according to the design. You as a chef would verify that the pizza has the right ingredients and is assembled correctly or not. You ensure that it matches your initial plan. Okay, so I'm repeating again. I'm repeating again. Just as in STLC, where verification involved, that the software checking that the software is built according to the design or not. Okay, you are a chef would verify that pizza has the right ingredients and is assembled or correct or not. So it ensures it matches the your initial plan. Okay, the fifth step is taste test. It's nothing but validation. So validation in the pizza making process is like when you taste the pizza to check if the delicious and meets your expectations. In software, in software, in software, validation means testing the software to ensure it works correctly and provides a good user experience. So validation is nothing but in pizza making process, like when you taste the pizza to check if the delicious and meets your expectations or not. In the similar, in software also, it checks that software is working as per the requirement or not. Okay, that's it. The next one is adjustments and improvements. If the pizza does not taste perfect, imagine that pizza does not taste perfect, you might need to make adjustments. Similarly, in the software world, if issues are found in software, okay, during the testing phase, developers makes improvements and fixes to ensure the software works as expected. So during testing phase, you found some issues in the software. Immediately you report to developer. Immediately developers make improvements and fixes to ensure the software works as expected. Okay, so the final phase is release and surviving. So once pizza passes all the quality checks and tastes is great, it is ready to be served to your restaurant customers. In the software context, once the software is verified, validated, and issues are resolved, it is ready to be released to the user. It is ready to be released to the user. So by following this pizza making analogy, you can understand that just as a chef follows a systematic process to create a high quality pizza, software developers follow the STLC to create high quality and reliable software, and testers also. The goal in the both cases is to ensure that the end product meets expectations and satisfy the customers or users. So this is the great example for STLC. Okay. So the next question is why. This is most important question in an interview. Okay. Why is it important? STLC helps make sure that software is bug free. Bug free. Okay. This is the important word, and works as expected. This is also important word. So you have a good user experience. So in this statement, you observe, right, three words is there. One is a bug free, second one is works as expected, and good user experience. Okay. So you may imagine you have a video game on your computer or mobile app on your phone. You want to these to work correctly without any bugs or errors. So STLC helps make sure that software is a bug free and works as expected. So you have a good user experience. So I'm repeating again this statement. So STLC, imagine you have a video game on your mobile phone. Okay. You want to these to work correctly without any bugs while playing the video game. So same way STLC helps make sure that video game is a bug free. That video game is a bug free and it works your expectations. So you are getting in the time you are getting a good user experience, right? This is this is the reason STLC important. Okay. So now let's understand deeply. So I'm taking same video game example for STLC. Okay. Imagine you have a video gamer. You have a video game on your mobile phone or computer. So like puzzle game. Okay. So you are really enjoy playing this game because it is entertaining and you want it to work smoothly without any problems. Okay. So first one is video game or mobile app. Think of your video game or mobile app as a piece of a software which is a computer program designed for entertainment or a specific task. In this case, it is a game you love to play, right? First point is clear. So the next point is working correctly without bugs or errors. So why I am telling these type of explanation? So why is it important? So in interviewer, it is a very interview question, most important interview question. So that is the reason I am explaining with one real-time example. Okay, clear. The second point is working correctly without bugs or errors. When you play your game, when you play your game, you expect it to run without any issues. Okay, without any issues. You don't want it to suddenly freeze. Okay, freeze or something like a crash, and or show strange glitches. You want to have a smooth and enjoyable gaming experience. So STLC is smooth and enjoy. STLC give the smooth and enjoyable gaming experience. Okay. So the next one is STLC role. The software testing life cycle is a group of people whose job is make sure the game is free from bugs and errors. These people are the game testers and they follow a systematic process to ensure the game works perfectly or not, smooth or not. Okay. The next one is bug free and works as expected. The game testers play the video game or use the mobile app just like you do. They check if all the game's features, okay, they check all the features like levels, characters, and special abilities work as they are supposed to do. If they find any issues like a character getting stuck or level or not loading, they report these as bugs or defects. Okay. So coming sessions, I will explain what is bug, what is error, what is failure. Don't worry about this one. So skip it. So just uh, think about STLC only. Okay. Concentrate on only STLC for this session. Okay. So the next one is good user experience. When the game testers find and report these bugs, the game developers fix them. Okay, this process happens several times until all the bugs are gone. Once the game is free from errors and works as expected, you and other players have a good user experience. You can enjoy playing the game without interruptions and it becomes more fun to play. Okay, so in this real-time example, STLC ensures that your favorite video game or mobile app is thoroughly tested and any issues or bugs or defects are ignored out before it is released to the public. This is way you can have delightful and trouble-free experience when you play the game, making it a more enjoyable pastime. So So in interviewer asking, so why it is important? So you can explain with this example. That is a very good answer. Okay. So now I want to move on. How does it work? Okay. STLC is a systematic process. Remember this word every time it repeated. So STLC is a systematic process. It is a step-by-step process, which means it's a carefully planned and organized set of steps. It is a step-by-step process. Okay, these steps help verify and validate the software. So guys, verify and validate is a very important words in the software testing life cycle. So okay, now I want to explain these words. What is verification, what is validation? So first I want to tell STLC is nothing but systematic process, which means it is carefully planned and organized set of steps. These steps help verify and validate the software. This is the definition. Okay, this is the STLC definition. So now I want to explain verification and validation. So these are two important actions in STLC. These are very important actions in STLC. So first uh, I want to tell about verification. Okay, think of verification as checking if the software was built correctly or not. It involves reviewing the software design, requirements and code to make sure they match what was planned. For example, if you are building a game, you would verify that game's features like levels and characters match what was planned in the design. Okay, so this is nothing but verification. Let us use a real-time example from Zomato to explain the concept of verification. Okay, clear? So this is very good example. Please listen. So don't skip this example. Definitely you will get a good idea on verification. Okay, verification first phase is planning and design stage. Okay, so in the Zomato example, Zomato decides to add the real-time tracking feature to their app. So this is the Zomato app. Okay, so Zomato decides to add the real-time tracking feature to their app. So one feature is adding, that is nothing but tracking feature. Okay, tracking feature, tracking feature. The design team, the design team. So this is the planning actually. This is the planning actually. So Zomato decides to plan, add some tracking feature into their app. So the design team creates a mock-up showing how the tracking feature will appear on the app with a map displaying the delivery persons, locations, and estimated the delivery time. So design means what? It's like it's a map. It is a map. It is showing like um, delivery person location, delivery person location, delivery person. D means delivery person. Okay, delivery person location, and also it's showing delivery time, delivery time. Okay, so this is the design actually. Okay, so detailed requirements are documented specifying that the tracking should be updated every seconds and show the delivery person name and photo. So these are the requirements. So about this future, so these are the requirements. Like what is the requirements? First one is tracking should be update every 30 seconds. Update 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 30 seconds, every 30 seconds. Okay, so the next one is show the delivery person name and photo. So name and photo, name and photo. Okay, so first phase is done, planning is done, design is done, and requirements also clear. So next one is development stage. Next one is development stage. So Zomato's developers write the code for real-time tracking feature based on the design and requirements. So now developers start the working on the planning and design based on sorry, developers write the code for this tracking feature based on the design and planning. Okay, so now coming to the verification. So at this stage, Zomato quality assurance team, it's nothing but QA team. So now QA team comes into the action. They review the design. They review the design and requirements and planning and code to ensure they match the original plan or not. They are checking actually. So this design or this feature, it meets the requirement or not. Okay. QA team checks the design of tracking feature like a mockup and includes the map, delivery person's information, and estimated delivery time. These information are showing correctly or not. Okay. They also verify the code updates the tracking every 30 seconds or not, as specified in the requirement. They make sure the delivery person name, the delivery person photo are displayed as intended. Okay, if the design, requirements, and code all the match the initial plan, then verification is successful. Okay, so I am repeating once again, what is verification? In this stage, QA team means quality assurance team. Okay, actually they review the design first. Next thing, requirements. Okay, requirements and the code to ensure the match the version plan or not. Okay, so and also in this example they are checking the this tracking feature working as per the requirement or not. So it is showing correctly like delivery person information or not. so and estimated delivery time is correct or not. So they are checking like this. Okay, they also verified like it's tracking every 30 seconds. It updates like it is tracking every 30 seconds or not. So as per the as specified in the requirements. Okay, they make sure the delivery person name and photo are displayed as intended. Okay, so now planning, designing, and the development stage is done. Next is verification stage. So in this stage, if the design requirements and code all the match the initial plan, then verification is successful. Okay. So the now next step is example outcome. Let's say during the verification process, the QA team finds the tracking feature does not update every 30 seconds as required. Okay. So in the verification, like after verification, what is that example outcome? Okay, so QA team finds some defect in the future. What is the defect? The tracking feature, this tracking feature this tracking feature does not update every 30 seconds as required. Okay, this one is not working. This would be an issue because it does not match the original plan. So the actual plan is, so every 30 seconds the tracking system will be updated. But in the so in the QA team, so QA team identify one defect in the future. The defect is nothing but the tracking system does not work, so it does not update every 30 seconds. Okay. The next one is a resolution. The issue is discovered during verification is reported to the development team. So what is the issue? The tracking feature. So it does not update every 30 seconds. That is a defect. That is the issue. Okay. So QA team immediately informed to the development team. So in this case, they then fix the code to ensure the future updates every 30 seconds as per the requirement. So immediately they fix this issue. Okay. Now it's working fine. So again QA team verification. This is very important. This is very important. Once the code is updated, the QA team tests the future again to make sure the issue is resolved and that it now aligns with the original plans and requirements. So in this case, what QA team do? So they are rechecking the process. This tracking feature updates every 30 seconds or not. The actual issue is resolved or not. So it meets the requirements or not. It meets the uh, planning or not. So in this example, okay, in this example, verification for the Zomato app's real-time tracking feature involves checking the design requirements and code match what was originally planned. If there are any if they are identified and corrected to ensure the software is built correctly and meets the intended specifications. This process helps ensure a high quality and reliable user experience for Zomato customers. Okay, so this is about verification. So you will now I'm assuming you are good at verification. So these are the verification process. So this is the real-time example, guys. So once you will step into the real-time manual testing project, definitely these steps are involved in real-time work. Okay, so please follow our videos definitely. So by end of this course, definitely you will get a good understanding about manual testing. Okay, so now I want to move on validation. So validation is about make sure the software actually works as it should. It is like playing the game to see if it is fun, works smoothly without any problems or not. For example, you would test if the game runs well on different devices and does not crash. Okay, so let's use Google Pay as an example to explain the concept of validation in the context of software testing. Okay, so I am taking 3 steps for validation. Okay, so imagine you are a software tester. You are a software tester responsible for ensuring the Google Pay works correctly before it is released to the public or not. Okay, the future is nothing but first point is nothing but testing for smooth operation. When you are validating Google Pay, you are essentially using the app as a regular user would. You check if it performs its main function smoothly and without issues. For example, you would do the following, like open the Google Pay app. So open the, oh, this is the Google Pay app. Let's assume actually. So this is the GPay, right? So open this app. Open this app. Open this app on different types of phones, smartphones like Android, iOS. Okay, to see if it loads properly or not. Okay, so in this case, add your credit card, add your debit card information to the app to check if it is accepts and store the data without any errors. The next step is check if the app allows you to send and receive money and if notifications about this transaction work correctly or not. Notifications, send or receive money, these features. So this is test. This is nothing but testing for smooth operation. Okay. The next one is testing on different devices. Testing on different devices. So just like the example mentioned in the statement, you would test Google Pay on a variety of smartphones and operating systems. This is because of Google Pay needs to work on a wide range of devices to be useful to many users. So for instance, you might use an Android phone from one manufacturer like Samsung, OnePlus, and an iPhone from Apple to see if the app functions equally well on different platforms. Test the app on older and newer phone models to ensure it's compatible with the various hardware specifications. So in this case, you are checking compatibility. So compatibility. So compatibility is nothing but, so I already explained, test the functionality with old and new models to ensure it's a compatibility with various hardware specifications. The final one is checking for crashes. Part of validation process is to make sure the Google Pay does not suddenly crash or freeze while you are using it. You would perform actions such as like making multiple transactions in quick session to test the app stability under heavy usage. Okay, opening the app, and the next one is opening the app while you have low battery or limited internet connectivity to check how it handles such situations without crashing. Okay, so this is about, like, completely this is about verification and validation. Okay, verification and validation. So in the verification concept, you need to check what are the points: planning and design. So you need to check it meets the actual requirement or not. Okay, it meets the actual requirement or not. Okay, so in this verification process, you can review the design requirements and code to ensure they match the original plan or not. Okay, in the validation part, in the validation part, in the validation part. So in the validation part, you make sure the software is actually works as it should. Okay. So the next one is systematic process. This one is also a very important. This one is also very important. So STLC is a systematic process. You already know about this one. Okay. Starting from planning and going all the way to testing and reporting issues. It's like following a recipe to bake a cake. Okay, you follow each step. In order to get a delicious cake at the end. Okay, so let's explain the concept in STLC using the example of preparing biryani. Okay, which is popular dish, right? Just like STLC, cooking biryani involves a systematic process with specific steps from planning to testing, and here is how it is similar. Okay, first one is a planning. You start by planning how you are going to test the software. What areas will you focus on? What are your testing objectives? Okay. So in the case of biryani, you plan what type of biryani. So dum biryani, chicken biryani, fry piece biryani, Mughalai biryani, mixed biryani, like this. Such as a chicken or vegetable. You decided on the quantity. First, you decided on the what type of biryani. Next one is quantity. Next one is gather all the required ingredients. Okay. Next one is prepare your kitchen. So first of all, what type of biryani you want to make. Okay. Next, quantity. You decide the quantity. Third step is gather all ingredients. And next step is prepare your kitchen. Okay. So this is about planning. Next one is design. So in coming to the STLC process, it involves creating test cases and strategies. You decide how you will test each part of the software. Okay. So I already told. So in the case of biryani, like so in the case of biryani, mixing species, meat or vegetables and preparing the rice with the right flavors and mixing the all like um, so in the case of meat I'm telling so in the case of design, you like marinating the meat, okay, or vegetables. Okay, you decided in the and preparing the rice with the right flavors. Okay, you design the taste and in this case you design the taste and aroma you want. Okay, what type of spiciness, like this. Okay, so coming to the development stage, in the case of design you want to plan a so in the case of planning you want to prepare all these things. So in the case of planning you want to start the process. So how this biryani, it's a spicy or normal and low spicy, like this you want to decide in this step. Okay, so what type of biryani you want, like this. So coming to the development, so in this process developers write the code for the software. Okay, so coming to the biryani case, you cook the ingredients according to your recipe and following the instructions carefully. So this is the preparing the biryani stage. So coming to the verification, so verification phase, you have you verify, like in this case you verify that you have followed the recipe correctly or not, checking if you added all the required ingredients and followed the cooking instructions or not. Coming to the validation, so it's time to tasting the biryani to ensure it's delicious and cook it to perfection. You check if the flavors and textures are right. Okay, this one is very crucial part. So reporting and fixing issues. If the taste is not expected or something is missing, you may need to adjust the seasoning or cooking time to fix the issues. So retesting it. You taste it again to make sure the adjustments have improved the taste to your satisfaction. You already know about this one. So release. Once your biryani is perfectly cooked and validated to be delicious, it is ready to be served to your family or guests. Okay. So this is nothing but like following a recipe to make biryani. STLC follows a recipe of systematic steps to ensure, so it ensure that software is high quality and functions correctly. In the both cases, following a well-defined process helps you achieve the desired outcome, a delicious biryani or a reliable software. Okay. So the next one is ensuring quality and reliability. So these two words are very important. So validating, verification and validation. These two words are important. So and quality and reliability also important. Okay. Quality means that software is high standard and does what it is supposed to do. Reliability means it works consistently without unexpected errors or crashes. So in the case of STLC helps the ensure that the software meets these standards or not. So now I want to explain a real-time example with a fun example like, okay. So let us use the proposing to a girl to understand the concept of quality and reliability in the context of software development and the software testing life cycle. So don't take serious, just I am taking a fun way. Okay, for understanding purpose only I am taking this example clearly. So quality in proposing. So quality in the context of proposing to a girl means that your proposal should be thoughtful, sincere and well planned. Okay, so your proposing should be thoughtful, sincere and well planned. Okay, just like in software development, you want to ensure that your proposal meets a high standard. Here is how quality leads to proposing. So coming to the so let's discussing in deep. Okay, so in this case imagine you have decided to propose to your girlfriend. To ensure quality, you plan the proposal carefully. You pick a meaningful location. First of all, you pick a meaningful location, write a heartful letter and select a beautiful engagement ring. This is high quality proposal is well thought out, just like a well designed software application that meets user needs. So in the satisfaction, quality is nothing but satisfaction. So in the case of software, okay. So coming to the reliability in proposing. In the case means that you want to proposal to work consistently without any unexpected issues. Similarly, in the software development, reliability means that the software should run smoothly without crashes or errors. Here is how reliability relates to proposing. Okay, you have a plan a romantic dinner at a fancy restaurant to propose. However, during dinner there are issues with the service and the food arrives late. This is you didn't expect. Okay, this is the unexpected error can be compared to a software crash. It is not reliable and uh, can during the proposal moment, right? So to ensure reliability you might have a backup plan. Like in this case, if the restaurant plan is failed, you had a second proposal idea in mind, like proposing in a beautiful form. This black backup plan is like having a reliable software future. uh, this is like having a reliable software future that kicks in when a primary on fails. Okay, so if primary fail, so in your mind definitely you have a second secondary idea in mind. Okay, keep it in your mind in the case of software development. So just like in software development where quality and reliability are very crucial. So when proposing to someone you want to your proposal to be a high quality, thoughtful and well planned. So unreliable, consistent and without unexpected errors or issues. So STLC helps the ensure that software applications meet these same standards by verifying and validating their quality and reliability. Much like you aim to create a high quality, reliable proposal when you're proposing to a girl. So now I want to explain very clearly with another examples. Okay, imagine you imagine a team of software developers creating like a message app. Okay, like for smartphones. The STLC process for this app would be included. So in this case, planning. They plan what the app should like sending and receiving. Sending, sending and receiving, right? Messages, share, share images and making calls. These are the planning stage. Okay, planning stage. This is the plan. Okay, next one is design. So they design how the app interface should look and how user will interact with it. So after the planning phase, they design the app before the development. Like it is a image format. Like just for understanding purpose, like this I am saying. So it is a image, like how the app based on the design, how before the development, how the app interface should look and how user will interact with it. Okay, so this is the app, message app. Okay, so developers after design, the next phase is development, right? So developers write the code to create the app based on this design. Based on this design, they start the write the code. Okay, so after that, verification. So verification is nothing but it is like a review process. So it review design and planning. So that app matches the requirements and designs or not. Okay, it works as per the code or not, right? It's work as per the requirement and planning or code or not. So in the verification phase, validation, it is the testers validation is the testers part, completely testers part. Okay, in this, testers use the app on different devices like Android, iOS devices. Okay, they check if messages are sent and received, if calls are work, and if the app does not crash or not. Okay, reporting and fixing issues. If any problems are found during the testing phase, they are reported to the developers. So they are immediately reported to the developers. Testers is this side and developer is this side. Okay, so immediately reported to the developer. When who then fix the issues? So actually, so in software companies, so many people are there, like developers, testers, DevOps engineers and managers. Like, so for example, 10 developers is there. Okay, 10 developers is there. Suppose issue in calls. Okay, issue in calls, tester identified this issue. This call this call functionality improved by this developer. Now tester assign this issue to for one developer. Okay, so after and fixing issues. Okay, so who then fix the issues? Okay, the next one is retesting. So it is also important process. Tester check the app again to make sure the issues were fixed or not. So once the developer one fixed the issue and push the code into the QA server. If the issue, in this case, tester again the test this functionality, so it is working as per the requirement or not. Okay. Now finally, once the app is done by verification and validation, now it is released to the public. Okay. By following this systematic process, the team ensures that the messaging app of high quality is reliable and works as expected, which makes users happy and keeps the app running smoothly. So these are the phases actually: requirement phases, analysis, test planning, test case development, environment setup and test execution, and test closure. These are the phases. So in the next session, I will discuss one by one about the phases. In this class, I discussed only the definition of STLC. So you understood, right? So I am telling what is quality, what is reliability, what is the verification, what is the validating. Okay. So in this case, I am covered what is software testing lifecycle, different types of phases. Just I introduced the phases. So next one is the real-time examples. So I want to I told like pizza example and game example and smartphone example and biryani example and love proposing example. So for each example, in each example, I discussed with the different types of words, very important keywords in the software testing lifecycle definition. Okay. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. So for such more content, please visit my channel and like this video and subscribe to our channel. So see you in the next video. Thank you.